Hello friends, wonderful day. So making another video. I'm recording this because I tried a live one yesterday, but it was getting that internet connection. So many things were not audible, or there was a delay, or it was not proper after I went through. But okay, that one was made on Arvind Kejriwal the Great, and yes, around 500 people have watched it, but nobody has given any comment. So well, I'm always hoping for comments, okay, because then only we can interact and understand. So today is a wonderful new day, new month actually in Sikhism, है ना. नया महीना आता है फागुन का. So last year it was on 13th, this year it's on the 12th. So 12 to 2025, it comes to 14 and 5. Well, 5 is a number of balance, okay. So good beginning to a wonderful month. All months are wonderful. So they are calculated as per the ancient traditions, and every tradition has their own way of celebrating a new month. So we as सिख लोग जो पंजाबी सिख होते हैं, हम लोग फिर वो अलग कैलेंडर को फॉलो करते हैं. नॉर्मल यूनिवर्सल कैलेंडर, यस, बट इन फॉर आवर रिलीजियस पर्पस वी फॉलो दैट कैलेंडर इन विच शंग्रान is our monthly new beginning. So best wishes for everybody and prayers for happiness, blessings for peace, blessings for health, blessings for everybody who's suffering, and blessings of wealth. Because I think today's world has taken a different aspect where wealth is of paramount importance, more superseding all types of other real wealth. Okay, so wealth in the physical form as in money, homes, houses, cars, gold, assets. So in today's world, that is the wealth. From the family that I am, real wealth was in happiness with our parents, with our family, with our extended family, with our friends, seeing our children grow up, going to a Gurdwara, doing seva, and yes, meeting friends, coming from a very humble beginning. My father was in the Air Force, so traveled all over India, overseas for 11 years, stayed there. So that was our wealth that we are cherishing today. Okay, no doubt physical wealth is there. Yes, over all these years, at the age of 62, 63, physical wealth does come in when you work, when you effort, when you study, when you plan, and you do get it. But I've, at my age, after suffering from ulcerative colitis for 13 years, let me share you. Amarjit Singh Narula, my colleague Shilpa Kedegar ji, that's me, that's our book. And you must have watched our program on Aastha channel for 12 years, between 2006 and 2018. 8th of November, the day Mr. Modi did the demonetization. So that was the day I lost my mother from certain situation, and that day I stopped the program. Well, that is another story. So being on television for 12 years every night, 22 minutes was itself real wealth. When me and my colleague, we could impact millions of people worldwide through that program and share the knowledge that we had accumulated since 99, because between 86 and 99, I did my engineering civil in 84. Between 84 and 86, I did service. I served as a civil engineer. From 86, I became a contractor because my sickness, ulcerative colitis, I had gone to Iraq for a few months because the company owner was known to me and they were supposed to get a new project. It didn't materialize. So they had told me initially itself before sending me that you may have to come back, but we'll absorb you in Bombay. I said no problem, as long as I'm going overseas as a young engineer ठीक है, कुछ काम करके आएंगे, कुछ सीख के आएंगे, तो बगदाद में वो जो शॉर्ट पीरियड था, इट वॉज ए गुड एक्सपीरियंस, बट इट इम्पैक्टेड माई हेल्थ, ओके, बिकॉज वो हरी वरी एंड करी, वी वरी एंड वी करी इज फूड. So that's how I impacted my autoimmune system, and I developed ulcerative colitis. And between 86 and 99, I suffered a lot. Okay, so this is my story, and many articles, over 100 newspaper articles till date, you know. And yes, all of them for free. Not even one was paid for. Even Times of India was the only newspaper which paid me. Okay, which paid me to write for an article. I got a shock when I received a check. I wanted to send it back to accounts. Then I talked to the person who got me to write the story. They said, no, Mr. Singh, when your name is written, the check will come to you, okay, because you are the author of that article. So that is how the media works. So if you write an article, or if we write an article, it's our job. But if any outsider writes an article, it goes to accounts. Okay, we have to send it to accounts because it was not our article, and we have to give the address. Okay, this person wrote the article because I am responsible for health. So I send it and they'll send you a check. So I said thank you. Then only. I remember I did a interview for All India Radio in Shimla live when I was treating the governor of Himachal Pradesh. I went around 5 to 6 times. And my story, my All India Radio interview was broadcast live, but it was recorded. Then All India Radio Lucknow picked up that story and they sent me some 350 rupees. Okay, so that is how the media works. Nowadays the media works on money. You have to pay them for an article. Okay, you have to pay them for a podcast. I received an offer yesterday for a podcast. I'll be maybe having an interview maybe today or tomorrow. I've given them a day today, but they've not called up. So they wanted. They mentioned 39,000 plus GST. You have to go to Bangalore for one podcast for 30 minutes. So it'll cost me 50,000 rupees for one podcast. That is how media works today. Okay. So do you hate suffering from colitis, Crohn's, IBS? Let me help you change your life from my own recovery and experience with overcoming ulcerative colitis after suffering for 13 years in 99. That is my introduction and my card. Okay. So that is how we are. So why am I making this video? It has taken me 6 to 7 minutes to introduce myself. I think it's needed. That's why I'm doing a recording. This video might take me 1 hour. No shortcuts, because this is a very critical subject that I'm going to present to you, and it's based on some observations. Okay, this is based on numerology, because I'm an alternative healer, even my colleague. And we do practice, and we have mentioned it in our book. How do we treat? Okay, it's written here. Acupressure, acupuncture, alkaline water, aromatherapy, auricular, Bach flower system. This was published in 2017. Biochemic, color therapy, diet, nutrition, Reiki, energy healing. Now we do radionics. We transmit energy through a machine. I've got it. Okay, energy healing. Handwriting analysis, graphotherapy. Mantras, meditation, mudras, time acupuncture, twist therapy, Vastu Shastra. 16. Geopathic stress, mobile numerology, wristwatch therapy, name numerology, and many more. Okay, God's healing frequency. Now, what I have realized, I have said in this part of the book, we have included a brief write-up about various alternative healing method systems that we have learned and are using over the years since 99. After I was able to, from our experience, we have concluded that in many cases we need to combine. Okay, it's mentioned. Now, why am I making this video? So, over the past 3 days, there's been havoc on social media, and I'm also on social media. So we get videos and we get opinions and we get comments and about people. So as a civil engineer, I'm always fascinated about what the world of energy holds. Okay, now I'll give you a very simple example. I was just combing my hair, and this is my hair. Okay, so I do not throw away my hair. I collect it, okay, in a bag, and I do not dispose it off in a dustbin. Okay, since I don't know, I've even forgotten how many years. Entire family. Okay, So what people do is they throw away their hair in a dustbin immediately. As a energy healer, I never, over 20 years, until when I understood the meaning of energy, I've stopped. Okay, 20 years and more. I collected, we collected entire family, even in Bombay and in Gurugram, and I burn it and I put it into the plants, into my plants, in the terrace or even in my garden here. But I don't burn. I do not throw it into dustbins or into the gutter. Even when I wash my hair in the washroom, if there's a collection in the jali, I take it, pick it up, it's mine. It's my DNA. I wash it and I put it in that bag. Okay, majority people will throw it in the dustbin because it's dirty. It's not dirty. It's when I'm washing my hair and it goes into the nali, it's my hair. It's not dirt. So I pick it up. That's what should be done, because this is a transmitter. Okay, so if you remember that prehistoric story that they could not, and the old sage, gurus always had lot of hair. Now if you see the Mahakumbh Mela, every yogi has got lots of hair. They have not cut it. Why? Because it's an antenna to pull in energy. So Samson was that strong man. They could not defeat him. Then they found, how can we defeat him? They say his hair. So when they cut off his hair, they were able to overcome him. Okay, and he became weak. So your hair, I've given you a new concept. You can think about it. Don't throw away your hair, because it goes into the dustbin, it goes into a landfill, it goes into the toilets, it goes into the gutters, and that dirty energy is transmitted back to you. Okay, and your nails. Cut your nails, put them into your plants. Okay, it's better to dispose of that DNA into your plants pots rather than put it off into the gutter, because immediately you cut, you throw them in the dustbin. Okay, so I'm going to talk about energy, and I'm going to talk about a very vital subject today, that is numerology. I made one video yesterday of Arvind Kejriwal, and yes, 500 views overnight. And yes, I tried to give the facts about Arvind Kejriwal's life based on numbers, right from the year 2010 till 2025, when he lost the elections, which I had predicted on the day of the elections, which were closing at 6 p.m. And I had predicted some other things about him, and I told him also. So you will wait and watch what happens. Now I'm talking about this great gentleman. I always call everybody great because they are all great for me. Ranveer Allahbadia, a young boy, younger than both my sons. So as a father, I took it as a very hurtful experience, how he behaved and how he commented on a social platform about incestuous sex and self-gratification, where he offered 2 crore rupees to somebody for a live self-gratification. And those were vile comments. We don't expect it from anybody. But when a person has got around and is proud and he says, I've got 12.5 million followers, I only got 6,000. So I feel the social responsibility of such children, social influencers, is much more than my responsibility. But as a social influencer myself, 12 years on Asta, where we spent lots of effort into giving knowledge about how people can get healthy. And yes, that was what we could achieve. So now this gentleman, his date of birth, I've taken it from the internet. I found 2 date of birth, but one date of birth I'm analyzing, because that was on the cover of a book, of an article in which he was featured with his photograph in the front page, and it was written 2nd June 1993. So I took that as the original. I found one on Wikipedia, which was 1st of June 1993. So initially I did my calculations on that, but then yesterday I saw that article, and yes, because whenever even my article comes, they send it to me for proofreading. So I proofread. So he must have done the proofreading for that cover of that magazine, and that's why I took it as authentic. Okay, so he is basically a number 2. First I'll decode his date of birth, then I'll decode all his companies. Okay, because first we have to decode his date of birth, because that is vital, because that is the day he was born. I don't know, I'm not an astrologer, I have not studied astrology. I have done numerology since the day Anna Hazare was sitting on Anshan in 2010 and Kejriwal joined him, and that time I had learnt it from Dr. Trupti Jain. I have the notes, and then after that I did it from Mahavastu. Mr. Khushsi Bansal, his junior, come to Bombay in 2010 also. I did Mahavastu in 2009, 2010, 11. Nitin had come to Bombay, so I did it from him. After that I did many more. Now latest we did was Vedic numerology, which my colleague has done. I have not done it because I said I've learned 4 or 5 systems. I don't want to learn one more because everything gets confusing. So the last I learned, my date is mentioned here, was 8/2/2021. I've got my manual which I'll be referring, because this is the ultimate manual that I have learned. Okay, and that's why I'm going to read from my manual, and it's thick. It's handwritten. So our senior, nobody is a guru. When you pay, somebody is not your guru, he's your teacher. So there's a difference between a guru and a teacher. A guru teaches you without money or without a price, and a guru. A teacher teaches you because you pay him. If I don't pay him, I will not learn. They will not allow me to sit in that lecture. So that's the difference. Okay, so there's a difference between a teacher and a guru. So none of my teachers are my gurus. Only my parents and my Sri Guru Granth Sahib is my guru. Okay. So date of birth 2/6/1993. The date of birth 2, and the total date of birth comes to 3. Okay. So you can do it for yourself. Now I've made notes. You can go on the internet and read about yours. Okay. So the lucky numbers for this combination are 3, 5, and 7. Unlucky are 6 and 9, because we need to correlate these lucky and unlucky periods in life, and numbers that play a role in our life. So a person born on 2. So this will be a person born on 2, 11, 20, 29. Okay, everybody. So, but the 2 is what counts total. They are sensitive, harmony, intuition, creative. This is the positive aspect. Empathetic, good communicators, and team players. So this young boy, Ranveer Allahbadia, okay, you can understand. Negative, mood swings, overcommitment, overly dependent, fickle-minded. So whatever he did in that India Got Latent show, it's all because of these attitudes, these numbers, that positive and negative have played a role in destroying his career and his image. Okay. Now you can understand. Bombay police landed up at his house yesterday. Assam police has filed a FIR. Investigations. All 5 people have been summoned to Delhi, and they have to go. They have to face the music. It's all because of the numbers. Okay. You just watch. Ideal careers, media, advertising, teaching, social work, diplomacy, counseling, psychology, healthcare, artistic music, matches. Okay. Number 3. Now, when do you consider the driver and conductor? I'm using a simple word. Driver is 2, conductor is 3. Conductor is total of date of birth. Conductor starts kicking in to your life around the age of 32 to 33, from February onwards. Okay. So in Vedic, they consider from the date of birth. So like as per Vedic, his last total digit, that is the life path, 3, would have kicked in from his month of birth, that is month and date of birth. Okay, that is June. But in Chaldean numerology, our cutoff period is around 22nd of February or maybe January, whatever. So then we calculate accordingly. Okay. So now creative. Okay. So in 1993 and 2025. So 25 and 7, 32. So now his number 3 is kicked in. Okay. It started to kick in. So positive is creative, communicative, optimistic, social, charismatic, fun-loving. Okay, so if you watch that comment that he made, I am not predicting, I am analyzing. How much fun he had when he commented about those vile comments. Okay, so you understand, fun-loving. He enjoyed it. That's what people really got angry about. Negative, scattered energy, hasty decision. Okay. They say that it was scripted. So the Bombay police has taken 40 people in to the investigation, and they are going to investigate everything. So there is a script always. You don't just go on to any social media or any program without a script. You have to work on a script, and it's told. So they have to practice. Okay. So everything is going to come out, and the truth can't be hidden. Okay. Overindulgence. I'll show to you through his numbers. Sensitivity to criticism, difficulty with routine. Okay. Ideal career. Skills where their artistic and interpersonal abilities are put to use. It's the same. Okay. This is all available on the internet. I've got them in my notes. You can Google about traits of different numbers. If you are a number 4, go on Google. AI immediately gives you, within a minute, not even a minute, in a few seconds, that AI types out your traits. Then it also gives you positive and negative. So that is one of the advantages of AI in today's world. Initially you would have to go through articles. Now the AI gives it to you, and that's what I used. It's simple, it's direct, it's available. Just make notes. Okay, now Ranveer Allahbadia, his total comes to 48. Okay. Now I'm going to analyze his name totals. Okay. Because that is what he uses on social media. Like I use Amarjit Singh Narula. So my Amarjit Singh Narula will vibrate. So similarly, whatever you use will vibrate. Okay. Because that is what is written in your Aadhaar card, that is what is written in your PAN card, that is what is written in your house documents, if you are owning a company, it's written in the register of companies, in that agreement. So wherever you use your names is what vibrates. In your credit card, in your bank. So everything vibrates from wherever it is available. In your checkbook. Okay, nowadays you get personalized checkbooks that are sent out to your registered address. So he's got. I went into his LinkedIn profile. I'm also in LinkedIn. So here there was a lot of backlash, and he made videos. First he only posted on one channel on Insta because he had minimum people there. Then people started castigating him that you don't have guts to post it on where you had millions. So then he had to shift that, and he delayed for over 1 or 2 days after getting the thrashing on social media. That then he decided to come out and offer an apology, which was too late. Till then hell had broken out, and yes, even I was one of them who was hurt by the comments, not by the individual but by the comments. So in social media, on his LinkedIn profile, where he's got around 1.54 lakhs people, he's mentioned all his companies. So I've got this data from his LinkedIn profile, and I will be posting this video on his LinkedIn profile also for him to read, and I hope he gets in touch. And yes, one has to learn that you have to face the music when you cause the damage. And there will be two aspects, and there's one more. I don't follow any of these social influencers, but one social influencer that I am really impressed by is that curly tails. Okay, Tanya, very pretty lady, very pretty, very young lady, and I adore her style. Okay, curly tails, and it just came to me 1 or 2 years ago, and I follow her for the food. Okay, being a foodie, so I like to listen to her, where she goes. Maybe when I'm in that area, I go and eat there, and I like her style of communicating with people. And I was watching her video with Swami Ramdev, and yeah, that was very hilarious one. And Swami Ramdev ji was, jumping like a child. That is one thing that I liked about Swamiji. That is always full of energy, and despite his age, he's younger than me, of course. I'm 62, but he's always full of life. Every morning he's on air, on Insta, on everything. He's making a live video at 9 a.m. And yes, so that is how you can motivate people. So would I love to be on Curly Tails one day? I can't afford her, but I don't think affording is a issue for anybody. I think the knowledge that is to be shared is more important, and I think my life story and my book and my 12 years program on Asta is enough money, enough payment of what we have already, given to the world and the universe to deserve, and be happy with Kamya ji coming into my house. I mean, it's a very small place. I mean, I've seen her travel all over India and overseas, and going to multi-crore houses. And I mean, I don't know if she'll come to our house, home, maybe in Bombay or in Gurugram. It'll be nice to host her. And yeah, why not? If she feels it's too small, I can host her in a restaurant of her choice, even a 5-star hotel or a 7-star hotel over a meal. It's okay. I'm comfortable. If she has to enjoy my wife's Punjabi cooking, she's always welcome. So it's just a message that I'm giving her. I'm going to send it to her. So you see, now you're going to see two extremes. Kamya on one side, how she has achieved her success, and this young boy. I think they're the same age. I will try to analyze Kamya's also one day, and maybe send it to her. So now, Ranveer Allahbadia, total comes to 48. The Ranveer show comes to 61. I'm going to read each from my manual. Okay. Then he's got a company which is Monk E, Monke. Then he's got Be a Biceps Skill House. Then he's got another channel, Be a Biceps. It's all on his social media, LinkedIn. Then he's got a company known as Be a Biceps Media World Private Limited, PVT Limited. He's written. Then he's got Big Brain Co. Then he's got a Level Supermind app. Okay. Now, let me come to, because I was talking of numerology of 2 and 3, let me come to the numbers that are missing in his date of birth. Okay. So his date of birth, I've told you, is 2/6/1993. So he's got a 2, he's got a 6, he's got 2 9s, he's got 3, okay, he's got a 1. How many are there? Don't worry, 1 or 2, that can be calculated. It's very simple. I'm not going to check the imbalances in those numbers, but they are there. What he is missing? He's missing a 4, he's missing a 5, and he's missing a 7, and he's missing a 8. Okay. So when you miss a number, when you have 1 or 2 numbers, 1 is okay, 2 is balance, beyond 2 is imbalance. Okay, because left and right, yin and yang. So 2 numbers are okay. So he's got a 999, it's okay. He's got a 11, it's okay. So he's got a 33, it's okay. Okay. But when it goes beyond 2, it's imbalance. Okay. Now when That is the imbalance. And when you don't have a number, that's also imbalance. So when you don't have 4 in your life, you've got issues with discipline, you got struggles in your career, you got issues with stability, you got issues with practicality, and then you got issues with confidence. Okay? Now these are from my notes. You can also find them on the internet. The biggest missing in life of many people is 5. That's all about balance because it comes in the center, right? So 5 comes there in the Losho grade. So you are unhappy, you are weak memory, you are bankruptcy. Okay? Bankruptcy of money, bankruptcy of ideas, bankruptcy. Many ways. Morality. Number 7 when gets missed. Another number 5 is fear of change, difficult to set goals, monotonous life. Okay, so I'll tell you in the end what we do. Coming to the remedies, when the numbers because you'll say if the numbers are missing, what do you do? We do remedies based on those numbers, and they work, and very very economical. Number 7. No respect for others' feelings. You see, no respect for others' feelings. When he went out and he used that vile comment of incest amongst a family, lifelong. Can you imagine which parent would be proud that their son or daughter is talking like this on a social media platform or even among friends? Confusion. It's confused. Anxiety, self-confidence issues. I will prove it from the numbers. Moody. No interest in spirituality. No interest, but he's trying. You know, he's always wearing white clothes, white t-shirt. I started watching his videos. I only watched one video for a few minutes about him hosting India's most expensive Vastu consultant. I'm also a Vastu consultant. Actually, I'm a qualified civil engineer, so I'm more qualified to be a Vastu consultant. Learned it in 2009 from Mr. Kushdeep Bansal, Mahavastu. Gone to Noida. It spent around 75,000. I'm now relearning the latest in the market because I want to understand what's going on in the market. Being a healer, now I said let me learn from some other people also and practice Vastu, diligently at this age. It's difficult for me to travel for treatment and get patients for treatment, to go into a clinic because I'm traveling between Bombay and Delhi, Bombay, Delhi, Gurugram, and social commitments, Punjab and all. So it's difficult to work with patients, although we do take patients distance. But now I want to concentrate on consultations for Vastu, Numerology and all these. Okay, number 8, focus, discipline, relationship issues, organizational issues. All matching with him. All the numbers that are deficient have brought him to the state where he is today. And yes, he's got success, but he's mismanaged. Number 4 is missing, number 5 is missing, number 7 is missing, number 8 is missing. All this is live recording. I've not done live video because what was happening was that there was a lot of errors, the internet connection. So my yesterday's video of Arvind Kejriwal was not proper, but I had made 1 hour of effort. Only after I went through it for 1 hour, but I still sent it to Arvind. I hope he watches it. Now come to Ranveer Allahbadia, 48. I've got a manual, each number from 1 to 100 and some odd number. The last in my manual, beyond which I cannot diagnose. The last is 108. Okay, the last is 108. So between 1 and 108, I've got the data here. So let's come to his basic name, which is 48. Ranveer Allahbadia comes to 48. His name R. Okay, I can take that also. R. I'll just take one word. Okay, because okay. So E is about discipline. Okay. So run, R. Divine. Okay, R is about divinity. We have written so many small things here and there. R, progress by own efforts, great strength, unsympathetic, at times impulsive. Okay, it's written. Advisors, constructed ideas, no complications, deep knowledge. Okay, so that is R. I'm not going ahead because there will be too much knowledge to be shared. Okay, A, his surname, my name, A, Amarjit. Leaders, honest, take persons to great heights, strong willpower, creative, initiators, egos, willpower, ambition. Okay, so same, Amarjit and Allahbadia. It matches. Come to 48. Okay, 48. Okay, now I'm going to read to you from my manual. Okay, 48 is written. I'm not allowed to post the PDF because it's very sacred knowledge. They are very much interested in the welfare of others. Okay, so now no more comments, just reading. They take up ventures beyond their capabilities, very particular in matters related to divine. They have great liking to take up social service. They earn money and wealth, but lose them in the course of time. You understand? But lose them in the course of time. Where has he reached now? Body and mind are filled with powers of spirituality. So he is trying to, gain spirituality. It's not yet filled, because if it had been filled, he wouldn't have made those vile remarks. And he's missing that number, which is 7. Okay? So had 7 been active in his date of birth, or one of the numbers, spirituality would have come to him naturally. He's trying to now attain it. Okay? You don't attain spirituality. You get blessed with spirituality. The difference. So that is a negative. Okay? 48. I have marked the negatives. It's a star. Now, the Ranveer show. Total comes to 61. Achieve greatness in arts. Fame keeps on growing every day. There is nothing remarkable about family life. Okay, so I'm not doubting or questioning his family life. He's got 2 parents. I'm also a parent of 2 children, right? So I'm not going to comment about his family life. I'm just reading what is mentioned. Okay, it's for him to analyze. I'm not making any diagnosis. I'm talking what is written. Both his parents, I'm sure, are loving parents. They are both doctors and qualified. They live in one of the best buildings, I think Bayview. I saw where the police was standing yesterday. Bayview, and a massive skyscraper. So they are very well to do, and I'm sure they mustn't have left any stone unturned for educating their single child and loving it. How he comes up is different. Mind constantly wavers. In the bracket, it's mentioned family issues and sexual desires. Okay? So, now this gentleman comes in there. Okay? So, that energy has come from the Ranveer show. Okay, because he designed the name. It is his name. He is known by that, the Ranveer show, which comes to 61, which comes to 7. And what do we get here? Should not participate in sexual favors. You can change the number. Okay, you can change the number. So if I had to consult a client I do consult for a name change, or for a company new name. This is what we refer to. Because 6, somebody would say 7, it's okay, good, spirituality. But when I would come to 61, because 61, 7 could come from 25, 52, 70, 106, okay, 7 or 61. So I would go through all parameters because we would have to go into the lucky numbers. Now his lucky number for him are 3, 5 and 7. But if I would read this at 61, I wouldn't give him this number. But I would prefer 5 because it would give him balance. Because he's missing number 5 balance. Okay. So I would give him 5 because I wouldn't give him 7. Because this is what is all about sex. Monk E comes to 23, which comes to 5. Okay. Balance. Monk. Lucky, he got 5 number. So let me read. I'm not going to read about it. It's okay, it's positive. Coming to Beer Biceps Skill House, it comes to 74. It's totally negative. Okay. They are interested in arts and literature. They have the aim of reforming society. He is doing that now through his Beer Biceps Skill House. Okay, 74. So his aim, Skill House, is to change people, right? Reform society. Their aim is that. But the number backfired. They have problem in stomach. They keep on facing difficulties in their mind. Their mind is not stable and involved in propaganda. Yes, propaganda. He is a social media influencer. He will want to create such reels where propaganda is created so that he gets more likes. So that's why he came on that stage. He was aware of the dialogues, what he had to say and how he has to say and what he has to ask. Because that is how you have to create more likes. It's here, involved in propaganda. Because that is what that show was doing. So they invited him to create more propaganda. That he's a bigger person. He's got 12.5 million people. So create more propaganda. Yes, this number makes life futile and suffering are unending. Therefore not beneficial. Whatever they earn, they always run short of money. They always have royal and committed faith in religion. Only the life of a sannyasi brings happiness to them. So that's what he's trying to do. He's trying, and I was reading many comments about his journey into spirituality. People are shouting at him. Okay, they say you are trying to do spirituality, but you are not worthy of it. You read his comments. It's all in the numbers that he's manifested. You manifest what you put out into the universe. This is another big negative. Okay. So that is 74. We've done it. Okay, so I'll take out because I don't want to get missed. So I have done his name, which comes to 48, which is negative. I have done 61, which is negative. E-Monk is positive, so that is okay. So Beer Biceps Skill House is 74, which is negative. Then come to Beer Biceps, which is positive. It comes to 36, which is number 9, and that is also his unlucky number, but the name is positive. Okay, so that is also 50-50. Would I use it or would I not use it? It would depend. Beer Biceps Media World Private Limited. Okay. Now there are two aspects. One is private limited, full, which comes to 122, which I don't have, so I'm not diagnosing it. Then I went back because my knowledge is limited to 108. That's what we learned. That is what the names come into. Then I went into PVT limited because then I analyzed. I said because that is what is written in the in the background of the company, in the head office or in the documents. Private limit. You don't write PRIVATE LIMITED. You write Reliance Limited. LTD, so private limited. So it's a PVT limited. So then I went back and I did my calculations again. It came to 102. So I'm going to read about 102. Okay, 102. So he attracted this name, Beer Biceps Media World Private Limited, because he accepted it. That's why he attracted it, right? They are adamant by birth. He's the single child, remember, of his parents. Affluent doctors, living in upscale, and I think he went to Dhirubhai Ambani's school. I was reading on the internet. I don't know. So adamant by birth. Could be, no? When you're a single child. When you're two, then you get division. When you are single, you get what you want, because that is when you are adored by your parents more. Not that we were not adored. My mother would stitch our clothes for us in the Air Force. She would, every month she would have one sweater in and sit down and make that sweater for us for the coming winter season in Zambia or in the Air Force. That is how we were, loved by our parents. They do not get any success, significant success, in life. Now, what has he achieved? Is it success? They have not got it. They may have to lose hard-earned wealth. They may have to lose it. He's going to lose it. What is wealth? Money, I told you in the beginning. Social status, knowledge, respect. That is wealth. I told you in the beginning. It's here. Life is like descending into a pit and trying to come out and up. That's where he is now. Who's going to go to him? If he comes to me for an interview, I'll go to him. Not for the likes. To make him understand and make his followers understand how and why he achieved what he achieved, and how and why he destroyed what he destroyed. Okay? It is logic. I will take this manual with me and I will tell him, give me 10 random numbers. We'll go live and we'll ask people for a date of birth. We'll analyze it. And people will realize, my God, it's so simple that numbers without date of birth, without time of birth, I don't practice astrology. That is much more deeper. But at the level that I am practicing, I am very comfortable. Because it's very fast. I travel. I don't even have my manual. I just take down the Chaldean chart. I do my physical calculation and I start discussing. The middle and last part of their life is full of problems. So he's reached his middle now, 33. So that is one generation. So one generation is 30 years. He's in the middle part of his life. We can easily live up to 90 today. So he's in the middle part of his life. Okay, he's stepping into his second generation. The ultimate stage in life indicates confusion and mental disturbance. Friends are a source of danger to them. So you see his friends. His friend Samir Raina went off to Seattle for a show. While he got police at his house. Even now Samir Raina will be back in India. And he is also named in the FIR. In Assam, everywhere also. 5 people together. And even that Jasprit Singh Sardarji sporting a red turban. But I think his parents must be very proud of him. No? I wouldn't. They shall not take up a business that involves capital input. So majority of his business must be without capital. It's his name and his mouth and his brain. That is his input. So he doesn't need to invest. So others will invest for him. They get involved in unconnected issues and spoil their life. So this was totally unconnected. That India's got latent. He had his own show where he was doing well. Well means extremely well. I was very, when I saw his face, few times I didn't know his name. I would just listen to him for 5 minutes and then I would say, okay, yeah, he's asking good. But after I saw that damage, then I recalled his videos. That is when they became viral. And that's when I said, my God, this is the same boy who makes these videos. But I didn't know he had so many followers. It was just a subject that came to me. I listened for 5-10 minutes and I'm aware of it. Okay, next. So 102. So Beer Biceps Media World Private Limited. No. He's got another company, Big Brain Company, Big Brain Co. That comes to 27 is okay. Again number 9, negative on his unlucky number. Level Supermind, 60. Again on the unlucky part. So you see, now you have to understand. These unlucky numbers also impact your life. Okay? Because now if this house where I am living has got a XYZ X, I'm just giving you a random. Say if it is a B wing, B building, okay? Now the name of this building could be Empire Towers. So Empire Towers. Empire Towers. So we would calculate Empire Towers. So that would come to a amount. Okay. Then we would verify that. B wing, because there could be 20 towers within Empire Towers. Okay. Like where we live, there are 9 buildings, 8 buildings. So A, B, C, D, E, F, G. So you can't come into a building and say, I want to look for Amarjit Singh. The security will ask you, which building? So you'll say, B building. Okay. Which floor? Because each floor has got 4 houses. So you'll say, 505. So, yes, 505. So B 505. So we'll calculate B 505. So B has got one value which is a 2. So 505 is a 10. So 10 plus 2 is 12. It will come to 3. Then we'll verify, does B 505 hold something good for this gentleman, this young boy? And if it is his negative number, okay, but he's already living there, so we can add within the B, we can add a stroke A, okay, because it's outside, na? So we make a board and B dash A 505. So it comes to the positive aspect, okay, because that is what will be visible, because that is what the post office man is going to look for. So that's what happens when we choose a proper name based on the domain. Okay, now he is in the domain of social media. I've got a, how do we check social media? And luckily it's open here. So if it's a travel agency, it should be 5. Social media. Because we were discussing so many during the lecture that we have to write them down, because it's not possible to give a list. So educational institute 5. Okay, education. So he's basically into education. And this young boy is missing a 5 in his life. His lucky number is 5. So he could have benefited more by harnessing that 5 power within his life. But he chose to go in for names which were anti to him. The names were positive because they can be positive for me. But that name is not positive. That name with the number in the end is not positive for him, because it's his unlucky number. But that name and that number could be lucky for me. So I can use it. I can get benefit because it's my lucky number. It's not his lucky number. Like just today morning, I was analyzing somebody. I analyze dates to cross verify people. And I verified luck and unluck. And yes, it matches. And that's what people consult us for. So now catering business can be 6. Coaching tutorials 5. So he's basically coaching people, right? On his social media. And he gets paid by the companies who sponsor him. And by the views. So actually you're paying for him to learn. So you like him and then he charges you to coach you. So coaching tutorial is 5. So everything that he's been using. Advertising company again 5. Now brand name and business name, that is a company name, are totally different. So we have to match, cross match, recheck, because here, now, okay, we wrote about Tata Motors. Okay, so we were calculating. So we were discussing Tata Motors as a brand. So we said Tata Motors has got one number. Tata main has got one number. Okay, Tata is the corporate identity. Tata. Then they got Tata Infotech, Tata Construction, whatever. Tata Buildtech, Tata Hotels, whatever. No? Then within Tata Motors, we came into, because we were trying to understand from our teacher, how do we analyze? Then they said, then you go into the names. Like Tata came out with a Nano, 18 number. Then Tata came out with Indica, number 6. Tata came out with Nexon, 27. And Tata came out with a Harrier. Okay. So they said, now you analyze, did Nano succeed, did Indica succeed, did Nexon succeed? And at that time, Harrier was coming out. Okay. That was in progress. So will Harrier succeed? So then they said, now you understand how it works. So one main brand, the house of Tatas, they got Tata Motors, then they got Tata Technologies, Tata Infosys, whatever. Then within that we come into the different domains. So Nano, Indica, Nexon, Harrier, these are again a brand. So then we analyze the brand. And then we see, was it successful? And we analyzed. Now Airtel came to 16, it came to 7, Vodafone came to 7, then we said Hutch. Jio came to 5. Jio is 5. So Jio is all about balance. Okay. Now that is how we were discussing. Now what people would do, okay, no problem. There are many 5-star and 7-star. I'm not going to take names. 5-star and 7-star numerologists who come on TV shows with a small वो जो लैपटॉप होता है छोटा वाला, उसमें नाम डालते हैं और आपका वो फ्यूचर बता देते हैं. And then they say put a I, put a O, put a E. Never add a different word into your date of birth, into your name of birth. It has to be done with lot of caution. I will tell you why. Because the reason why I went into this course was because of the understanding that adding a name, adding a single word to arrive at a positive, like if I say I want to come to 51, I'm just giving an example. Okay, 51, and I'm now at 49. I have not changed my name. Now, if you were to come into a name, I'll give you on a thing. Now, if I say, okay, we got Manisha. It's written here. Okay, so Manisha has got a single S. Okay. Now, if you go to these 5-star numerologists who charge you maybe 5 lakhs per a meeting or maybe 10 lakhs to change your name by adding one word to it, then you should understand Kiran Kher ended up with cancer. Go on the internet. Irfan, the hero, ended up with brain cancer. They both added a second R into their name. Okay, that is when we get an idea how that name change has impacted the life. Okay, but when cancer has occurred, what can you do? I remember it's only when I get an example on the internet or in the social media that I focus on it, because it comes to me, and when it comes to me, I take it as a message. So there was a Sadarni girl. She got divorced in India. She married a businessman in Kenya. Okay, one Mr. Patel. It's there. It's not hidden. When I saw her name, it had changed. It was changed. So she had posted it on her social media, and I'm on Twitter, and it came that message. Bollywood actress gets married, and I saw that name. When I saw that name, I went onto her social media and I took down the spellings, and then I noticed that she's changed it on the Twitter also. Then I sent her a message, and she sent me a message back. I said, "Why did you change your name?" And she said, "The person I consulted said I'll get success." I have that message with me. She sent me a PM, and on her message she sent it to me, and I said, "No, if you are interested, get in touch with me." So because I drove to my manual, and that name change, came into my eyes. After 1 year, she got divorced again from that same boy. Then she accused him of adultery and everything. She got divorced. She came back to India with her child, and then she was on social media shouting at him and filing a case against him, whatever. Now that proved that my knowledge that I gained, and I was able to, add it into that thing. And now when it comes to Manisha, add a S, double H, double S. It's written. It's negative. Now, if you are going to think, because you paid big money and it's correct knowledge, I think you are going to suffer the consequences, because you are the user. It's like I'm driving a Mercedes Benz. I don't drive it in caution, and I give it to somebody else to drive, and I get killed. So does it remind you of somebody? Yes, that Tata chairman, that ex-Tata chairman of the Palanji family. When he had the Mercedes Benz, they had gone with one MD doctor and one family of doctors to some Parsi fire temple, some 300 kilometers away from Bombay. So when that accident happened, and he passed away on the spot, and he was not wearing seat belt. Okay, Mercedes is equipped with seat belts, but he wasn't wearing the seat belt at the back, because he said, "Okay, I'm sitting at the back. I don't need to worry of a seat belt. I'm casual. She's driving my car. She's wearing a seat belt. Her husband was wearing a seat belt. They both survived. They both survived. In the same Mercedes that banged into it RCC concrete parapet at the turning, and he was the only guy who was thrown out of his car, and he died on the spot. Mr. Mistry. Okay, I worked for Shapoorji Palanji and Company in 1984. I met his father, very nice person, Mr. Palanji himself. So you see, it's a Mercedes. The Bombay police diagnosed her speed from one station, from one where they saw the car, and to his location of death. The impact and the time was on the watches. Everywhere the data was there. When the car had an impact, it blew up, but the data was in the memory, and they could calculate the speed at which the car was traveling. So numerology is also speed. Numbers, 60 and 600. 60 and 105 is also a 6. 51 is also a 6. 42 is also a 6. 6 is also a 6. Now, which speed are you traveling matters. Now, I'll give you a name. Any name with the word WAR, war, they will have fights, because you have attracted war in your life. Okay, I missed it. Good, war. Very good. that this war came up. So he's got a show under the name of the Ranveer show, TRS. Yeah, when it came to the show, I'll give you one more reason why he destroyed his life. He has got, this is his, I saw this when he was doing a video recording with a footballer in London with this क्या बोलते हैं, logo in the background, black with a brown border with a R with a arrow here. Okay, so just another time, some more time. So his R has an arrow. Okay, now symbols also have impact. When I saw that, I said he killed himself, he destroyed himself, he destroyed people. Okay, it's like you destroying your image. Now that TRS, and then I went on to his Instagram, and the person who designed his logo is from America, and he mentioned it was because of me, because he received a award from Mr. Modi, this Ranveer boy, last year, and it was all over social media because many people received, even Kamya from Curly Tails received it, and many people had come, and they all received awards for what they were doing for India, for people, for politics, forever, whatever. So they were chosen ones. Now that guy was very happy. He says, you see, I made your logo overnight, and they showed that animation. They showed a dark night. Black is darkness. On one side he wears white clothes, on one side his logo is black. So can you see the difference? Immediate. Tantra and Yantra. White is spirituality. What is black? Black is dark energy, dead energy, negative energy. He was using both. White during the day to show people, and black, you don't know his black part. It's come out on stage. When he was doing that video, it was also white. So I believe somebody told him to wear white. So white is too much moon. Moon is too much. He's already a moon number. If he's going to use too much moon energy, he's going to destroy himself. Because moon changes every 2 days. We've got full moon today. After 2 days, it will go up. After 15 days, it will be half moon. Then after 30 days, again full moon. So he's using white everywhere. So he's destroying his life. You see? Overindulgence in a particular color will also damage him. It's damaged him. Now that arrow, that logo, they showed it being released from a source, a bow normally, and going through and cutting, you can see the waves being cut and hitting a target. Now, who's the target? What is the arrow? Arrow is speech. बोलते हैं ना, तुम्हारी जुबान बहुत तीखी है. जुबान तीखी है. तीखी means like arrow. It cuts, and that cut is the most dangerous. If I insult somebody in front of 1,000 people, I think that is more harmful than slapping somebody in private, because that's in private. I shouted at him, I beat him up, I take a chappal and I beat him, it's okay. But if that same person is in front of 1,000 people and you destroy his image, so with your speech, you've killed that person, you've destroyed that person. So that is what happened with that arrow. He released it, means the Ranveer show, the logo has an arrow, and that is what he did. He destroyed himself, because when you misfire, you are responsible. Like if I have a gun, okay, so Govinda had a gun, and early in the morning, 4 o'clock, he was cleaning it. You must have read it on the internet. And he injured himself, rushed to hospital. So it was Govinda's gun fired in his bedroom. How it happened, we don't know. But he says he was cleaning it at 4 a.m. in the morning and he injured his leg or wherever and it became a police case. He didn't kill somebody. He didn't shoot his servant or maybe some person whom he was angry with. But he misfired that gun. Let's give him benefit of doubt. Why not? He misfired the gun and he injured himself and he had to go through all that legal formality. I don't know what is the outcome. Now this young boy has fired that arrow, speech, at all children and all parents, including me, including my children, including millions of people who have watched that serial and who will watch that crap. Okay? And he brought out his true colors. That's why people are now shouting on the internet, it's okay, it's a mistake, it chalta hai. That chalta hai effect nahi chalega idhar. Why? You have got a larger responsibility when you are on social media. I remember when I was on Aastha channel, we would not use the word cure, guarantee, pakka, ho jayega. No. Because we had to give a message. And our message is, आप ऐसे करो, आपको पता लगेगा आपको क्या फ़ायदा हुआ. ऐसे करने से इधर आराम आ जाएगा. So we would be because we were talking in Hindi and we would discuss what we would question, because we had a set of questions which Shilpa ji would, it was like one question at a time, and I would give I was the only person who didn't have a script, but Shilpa ji had a specific question to ask, like she would ask, तो नरुला जी आप ये बताइए डायबिटीज़ में आप कैसे ट्रीट कर सकते हैं. सो देन आई वुड से, हाँ जी शिल्पा जी आपने सही पूछा. डायबिटीज़ में बहुत ध्यान रखना पड़ता है ना, कि भाई पेशेंट को दवाई खानी पड़ती है, पेशेंट को डॉक्टर के पास जाना पड़ता है, डॉक्टर की मेडिकेशन लेनी पड़ती है ना, और वो जो टेस्ट होते हैं वो भी करने चाहिए और ध्यान रखना चाहिए, और साथ में आप हमारा एक्यूप्रेशर कर सकते हैं. ओके, तो आप साथ में एक्यूप्रेशर जोड़ दीजिए और एक्यूप्रेशर से धीरे धीरे आराम आना चालू हो जाएगा और आप अपने डॉक्टर के पास जाइए और आपको पता लग जाएगा और डॉक्टर भी खुश हो जाएगा और आप उसको कैसे मैनेज कर सकते हैं. सो देन सेकंड क्वेश्चन फ्रॉम शिल्पा जी वुड बी, अच्छा नरुला जी आपने तो ये बहुत अच्छा बताया कि डायबिटीज़ में भी आराम आता है, अभी आप ये बताओ करना क्या है. ऐसे यस, हाँ शिल्पा जी, हाँ जी क्या करना है, हम लोग कलर्स भी करते हैं. तो हम लोग क्या करते हैं, ये जो लाल पेन है ना, ये लाल पेन ना हम लोग, ये डायबिटीज़ का रियल इलाज है ना. हम ना लाल पेन में हम लोग ना इधर ऐसे हाथ में लाल रंग लगा देते हैं. अच्छा कैसे, तो जिधर ये मुट्ठी बंद होती है ना तो उधर लाल रंग लगाना है. अच्छा जी, रंजनीश से कितनी देर, आउट से हाँ ये 2 से 4 घंटा लगाना एक दिन बस, और फिर कल लगा लेना. अच्छा, तो इसके साथ मतलब धीरे धीरे आराम आ जाएगा. सो दैट इज़ हाउ वी मेड आवर बुक. एसिडिटी येलो कलर. ओके, so that is what we would, and then I would say, then she would ask me, नरुला जी और क्या कर सकते हैं. I would say, हाँ आप ये जगह पे ऐसे बैठे बैठे दबा भी सकते हैं, क्योंकि नरुला जी कोई रंग नहीं लगा सकता, वो ऑफिस जा रहा है क्या करेगा. तो मैं बोलूँगा कुछ नहीं होता शिल्पा जी, तो ये जो जगह है ना ऐसे इधर ऐसे दबा भी सकते हैं, है ना, ऐसे दबा सकते हैं बैठे बैठे मीटिंग में. आप जूम में बैठे हैं, मीटिंग में बैठे हैं, आप ट्रेन में बैठे हैं, बस में बैठे हैं, यूज़ है. और नरुला जी और क्या कर सकते हैं, ये ना एक डायबिटीज़ का आजकल बहुत चला हुआ है, हमारे पास भी हुआ है, तो ये ऐसे लगा सकते हैं और आपके डायबिटीज़ में धीरे धीरे आराम आना चालू हो जाएगा. तो ये ऐसे होते हैं जवाब. एंड आवर एपिसोड्स में इंटरैक्टिव, सो वी वर वेरी केयरफुल ऑफ यूजिंग पर्टिकुलर style and words. Now here they were all misused. So now if you are using a double A, don't do it. If you are going to use a double J, don't do it. Add a J. If you are going to do a double I, you are going to get brain issues. It happened with me. I'm giving you an example. I learned numerology from one gentleman on. I paid him 10,000 rupees, 11,000. Now he charges 1, 5, 6, 7, 8 like that now. So when I learned, it was like 5, 6, 7, 8 something like that. And he said, Numerology, you should bring your number to 1. You add AI. So I added AI. And I started feeling missteps in walk. Okay, a double I gives you neurological issues. When I heard this gentleman from whom I learnt, he said, don't use don't add a extra I just because you want to achieve something better in life. I wanted to achieve something, so I wanted 1 number. So I added a 1, I, and a I is a 1. I just needed a 1 in my Amarjit Singh Narula to achieve a good number, success. But when I heard him, he said, be careful, and it's like, be careful. I said, yeah, I'm using it. And then he said, you have to call me and talk to me, then only I'll take you in. So not cheap, 50,000 bucks. But he was still wanting to interview us. So he interviewed me. He says, why do you want to learn? Give me a reason why you want to learn from me. I said, it's just that double I that has got me. I said, because you said that we can diagnose sickness. Now, since I'm a healer, I want to understand how sickness can be diagnosed, because I had not come across anybody talk about sickness and numerology. In astrology, yes. But in numerology, to diagnose sickness just from numbers or words like a double E, double R, double M, double A, he gave examples like double R, cancer. So I said, that's my interest. Otherwise, I'm not interested in learning. He said, no, you learn more. I told him from where I learned. He said, you learned something which is available for free, which people just charge 10,000 rupees. Okay, which you can make a course on your own. But what I'm going to teach you is this: each word, 41, 42, total, what does it mean? I said, my God. So, okay, now double I can give you migraine and headaches. Okay. Now, I was not having migraine or headache, but I was having neurological issues because I was getting misstep in walking on the road. Sometime I'm about to fall. That is when I went back to him and I said, I want double I, triple I, nerve issues. So I said, I want to learn. Okay, if you got many H's in your name, many H's, you'll get back spine issues like Shah Rukh Khan, spinal issues. He's got 3 H in his name. Okay, it's written here. So Shah Rukh Khan has got spinal pain, right? Backache. He's got a triple H. He's got 3 H's in his name. Shah Rukh Khan, SH, KH in the end, and KHAN, Khan. So Shah Rukh Khan, he's got spinal issues. So we can, like a double B, double K and a double R, Irfan is written here, health issues. Double J, suicidal issues, depression. So Rajnikant, okay, it's written here. A and T in the end, money. Hard working, sure success. Okay, so this is the deep, this is the depth of inning of this social influencer, Ranveer Allahbadia, where I have tried to give you everything extempo. 1 minute, 1 hour and 19 minutes, I think is quite a lot of my time that I have invested in educating you about one example. Now, if you are interested, you as an individual, you as a businessman are interested, not impressed, forget about impressed, don't be impressed by me or what I've said. If you are interested in changing your life through various inputs that I have gathered over these years, these are my numbers. Sorry. You see, now this number was gifted to me by a very big film personality because I didn't have a mobile. Because he wanted to get in touch with me in those years that when I got this number, and he wanted to, and I had a pager then. So he told me one day, he says, look, I need you anytime. Why don't you get a mobile? And I said, I've never thought about it. I have a pager, and that was in 99. And he said, you should have a mobile. And I said, yeah, I'll buy one. You don't buy one, I'm giving it to you. He came the next morning and he gave me 10,000 rupees. And he said, this is your mobile money. Because I was treating him on Jubi for free. And he says, so this is my money that I'm giving you to buy a mobile. It's a gift. Go and buy a mobile. Get a number. And I took this number in the end, 13, because जो कुछ है सो तेरा मेरा तो कुछ भी नहीं. सिक्की में तेरा बहुत वैल्यू रखता है. सो हमारे घर में भी 113 था. तो यहाँ पर भी 3 नंबर ले लिया. ठीक है. So this number comes to 8 total. But it makes me work hard. Okay. So focus, discipline, relationship, organize. I don't have 8 in my date of birth. So this activated that, focus, discipline, relationships, organizational, I try to do it. Then when I learnt again, more during the lockdown, I took this number 5. I said, I'm missing this 5 here. So this was my second number. And I took a 5 number. So that's also working. So it's written here, 5 I've underlined it. Because it was missing, so I activated it. Then I took another third number, which I forgot to refill. This was a design number. This was like random number which came to 5, and luckily I got this combination. It was positive, but now my third number is designed. Each digit is designed. 9, its number is, so 9, 8. I'll just give you an example how we design a number, because you will understand how energy works. I'm giving you all my secrets, but it's okay. Good to share. No, I won't give you this. I won't give this number because this number is not active and somebody might go and buy it. I'm going to get it back. So I will use my existing number. I had searched for that number for a month. Okay, so I'm not disclosing it, because that number I went to the company and they said it's available. You just have to pay some money and it's in the cold storage. We'll get it out and give it to you because it's yours. I have the details, but you just have to pay the money. I'm going to get it reactivated. Then I'll make a video. So this is how we do it. Okay, so this is my original number 9869036813. So we break down into 2, 98, then 86, 69, 93, 3. We miss out the 0. So 93, 36, 68, 8113. Okay, then each combination is verified for its, is it positive, is it negative or neutral. Okay, positive, negative, because each of that will have a particular outcome: sickness, life, relationship, court cases, health, travels, overseas, business, children, marriage. So then we have to bring our numbers, calculate combinations, permutation and combination, arrive at a positive number. We work from, the last to the beginning. We add positive. If 55 is positive, we go into the end as 55. Then we go into 5 and 2 is positive. Then 1 and 2 is positive. Then 1 and 6 is positive. We come this way up to the last. And then we go into the various websites. And then we start searching. Then we get many combinations. Then we pull out those combinations. And then we start analyzing each positive, negative. And in this number of mine, you won't find it. It's only got one negative, which I overlooked because it's in the company name, like 9869. 9869 is MTNL. So that is beginning. We are more worried of the last 6 because the initial 6 are the companies. Initial 4 are the company. 9820 is Vodafone. Okay, 76693. 7693 is one company. But now the last 6 are mine. The last digit is mine because if it's a 28 and a 29, so 28 could be somebody's and 29 will be mine. So the last few digits impact my life. So we go into that much detail of a mobile number, design it and bring it for the business. Okay. So now then we go into the lucky numbers. What do you want to achieve? You want to achieve marriage, you want to achieve success, you want to achieve travels, you want to achieve get rid of court cases. And then we come into those numbers and we say, okay, this is an appropriate number. Start using it. So I've added numerology, mobile numerology, name numerology, color therapy. I've added this here. I've given you so much in 1 hour and 26 minutes. So I think I should thank you for your patience and you're welcome to get in touch. Thank you very much. Amarjit Singh Narula again signing off. Authors, acupuncturists, wellness consultants, qualified civil engineer, Vastu consultant, and so much more. Lots of life to give for my knowledge. Thank you so much. God bless you.